Good evening, and we're checking in a little early here, just about 6 minutes early onto our WooFDitty show tonight. Just hope everybody's in tonight.
Coming to you live across the worldwide All-Dog Network from the Wolf Driver Recording Studio Center in Los Angeles, California. Your host, WooFDitty producer, Bucky Harris.
Well, happy Sunday. Those of you that are watching tennis, I know you're in the very end of this incredible match with Isner and Joe Wilford. I've just been watching. It's crazy. I mean, how they can play that long and still survive, I don't know. But it should be over soon, one way or the other, I think. I had to walk away from it to start the show. But right now, our dogs are more important than tennis. I like that. I hope you're having a great holiday weekend, getting prepared for the big day tomorrow. And just to point out, tonight our featured breed is a German Shepherd. And someone last night, one of the gals, requested a larger dog scenario for tonight, so we took our Shepherd. And our ditty tonight, what we're doing, a WooFDitty show, is we're incorporating some little short musical songs that we put together, short and sweet, nothing big deal, but just fun stuff to exhibit the breed itself. This one tonight is about, someone wrote in and they said they had a Shepherd, his name was Sir Edward. I like that name. Very classic. Sir Edward, a full breed Shepherd. And we've got a little ditty for that. We're going to play you that in just a few minutes after we talk about some of the things, the history of the Shepherd. And what's interesting, I mean, my rescue dog, he's a mixed breed, mutt, you might say. His name is Buster. And we've just been playing Frisbee, so he's panting away out there. He chases a Frisbee, loves it, brings it back, won't let go. I'm going to tell him to drop it and all that. But back and forth and back and forth. He can catch it in midair or whatever. It's his favorite thing to do. So we do it on the side yard. We used to do it at the beach. There's a sand, kind of a shoot run that's in cage so he can't get away. But you know what? It gets all the sand on the Frisbee when he's all slobbering and stuff and gets in his mouth and it's yucky. So we put an end to that. Just do it on the grass. He loves it, loves it. And when he gets tired after about 6 or 7 sprints back and forth that are real fast, the Shepherds are fast, he'll drop in the middle of the yard, sit down, pant, and hold it in his paws so you can't get a hold of it until he's ready. Quite the guy for that. And you guys probably experience that kind of thing. He'll do the same with a tennis ball. But anyway, there's quite a few Shepherds here. Also coming later in the show, we're going to talk more about the bike Springer device. Actually, I found a picture of it and an example of it online that I'm going to share with you. I have it on another picture on the iPhone here. I'm going to put it up to the camera here and show you what it looks like for those that are interested, and talk about what that device represents and what you would use it for your high-powered dogs that are mid to large size that like to run. The Wolf Driver with his Huskies definitely uses them. He's got 4 of them hooked up at least, if not more, when he takes them out on the carts and so forth for their runs and their events. And you can check him out at woofdriver.com, WOOFDRIVER, woofdriver.com. Incredible events and outings. Now, the Wolf Driver is also streaming live daily, nightly. He'll be out till midnight all night with his dark glasses. I mean, it's incredible stuff. You got to tune into him too. This show's about 30 minutes or so, whatever the case, and we're on at 7 to 7:30 tonight. So later on, you can check it. Now, I might point out real quick before I get into the German Shepherd information that all these live shows, which include a Wolf News show with Britt Savage from Nashville, a dog counseling show with training like Caesar kind of guy, Dean Miller out of Nashville, and a couple other folks that have some great information and psychic readings and information and fun about the dogs and the love of the dogs, stream live. Now those shows are posted after they're run live so you can watch them. So if you missed any of the stuff or just getting onto it, first timers, It's called the All Dog Network, not the All Dog Network, ALLDOG Network, NETWORK, all one word, alldognetwork.com. And the Wolf Driver will post these shows, like this one right now as you're watching. If they're on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, they'll be posted on Monday. The shows that I do them 7 nights a week. So during the week, the 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, will be posted the next day. So you can go to that website if you miss any of it. You know, this is new technology from Facebook. It's just extremely fun, and it enables us to do things, you know, like a TV show, okay, without commercials, without politics and all that kind of thing, and just talk specifically about certain things. And so far we have these several shows that are really interesting, a lot of great information and fun. It's always fun, and the love of the dogs. So you can watch those. They'll be posted continually, so you can go back and watch from the first one on anytime you choose. And even if you can't make the live one because you're doing something else, you can't make it in time, you can always go watch it the next day or so. So that's a great thing to have, so you're not worried about it. But it's fun to be live, so we can interact live, well, with your comments, any questions you have, anything you want to know. Okay? But the German Shepherd is a breed of medium to large size. It's a working dog that originated in Germany. Yeah, most of us are familiar with them, police dogs especially. The breed officially recognized name a German Shepherd dog in the English language, sometimes abbreviated as GSD, and was also formerly known as the Alsatian, A-L-S-A-T-I-A-N, in Britain. The German Shepherd is a relatively new breed of dog in the scheme of things, as far as back in the history of the centuries, with their origin dating to 1899. That's almost 1900, so, you know. As a part of the herding group, German Shepherds are working dogs developed originally for herding sheep. And since that time, however, because of their strength, intelligence, trainability, and obedience, German Shepherds around the world are often the preferred breed for many types of work, including disability assistance, you know, rescue, search and rescue for sure, police and military roles, as we know, and even acting. Okay. Maybe Lassie should have been a shepherd instead of a collie. I don't know. The German Shepherd is the second most popular breed of dog in the United States and the fourth most popular in the United Kingdom. So that's interesting facts there. We know the basic description, though, is medium to large, and the standard height at the withers for males is 24 to 26 inches, and for the females 22 to 24, so a couple inches different there. The standard weight is anywhere from 66 to 88 for males, and 49 to 71 for the females, a little less, of course. They have a domed forehead, a square-cut muzzle with strong jaws, and a black nose. The eyes are medium-sized and brown, with a lively, intelligent, and self-assured look. The ears are large and stand erect, often open at the front and parallel, but they often are pulled back during movement. I know Buster, when he hears something, they can go up, but if he's checking it out, they can go back. They have a long neck with a raised, which is raised when excited and lowered when moving at a fast pace. The tail is bushy and reaches to the hock. They have a two-layered coat, which is close and dense with a thick undercoat. The coat is accepted in two variants, medium and long. The long-haired gene is recessive, making the long hair very rare, or more rare. The treatment of the long hair variation differs across standards. They are accepted but not competed with standard coated dogs under the German and UK kennel clubs, while they can compete with standard coated dogs, but are considered a fault in American Kennel Club. Interesting stuff. Most commonly, they're either tan black or red black. Most of us think of a German Shepherd, think of tan black. Now Buster, he's black with brindle, the brown brindle, because he's a boxer cane corso and half shepherd from his grandparents. So he's the black-looking police dog, so to speak. They're not frightening looking, actually, when you see him and he barks with his loud bark. I mean, you're going to stay back. I like that. He protects very well. But he knows who's who. Okay. Most color varieties have black mask and black body markings, which can range from classic saddle to an overall blanket. Rare color variations include the sable, pure black, pure white, liver, and blue varieties. The all black and sable varieties are acceptable according to most standards. However, the blue and liver are considered to be serious faults. And the all white is grounds for instant disqualification from showing in confirmation with all breed and specialty shows. So there's no reason not to love your white shepherd, except he's not going to be at the show. Okay, not at the show. What are you going to do? I'm going to say hello to Angel Alvarado. Hello. I'm glad you joined us on the Sunday evening. We probably won't have quite as many people watching tonight because of this tennis, this middle tennis Sunday things going on, and I know a lot of people watching that. But take a break, put that on pause on your recorder, and come and see us. We're going to stay here till I see you sign on. I was like, no, we just won't sign off. Okay. Now, talk about their intelligence. We know they're smart. They're bred specifically because they're intelligence. That's why they were bred, and a trait from which they are now famous. In the book, The Intelligence of Dogs, the author Stanley Coren ranked the breed third for intelligence behind a border collie and poodles. He found that they had the ability to learn simple tasks only with 5 repetitions and obeyed the first command given 95% of the time. Coupled with their strength, this trait makes this breed desirable as a police, guard, and search and rescue dogs, as they are able to quickly learn various tasks and interpret instructions better than any other large breeds. That's why you see them, to get the job done. And they stand in the line of duty, and the sad is when they do get hurt or killed in the line of duty, they're just doing their job like any other human officer. And it's just the saddest thing. It makes me more sad than when the humans get shot down. I mean, they don't have guns. Their temperament is moderately active dogs and are described in breed standards as self-assured, very self-assured. The breed is marked with a willingness to learn and eagerness to have a purpose. Sounds good to know that. They are curious, which makes them excellent guard dogs and suitable for search missions. They can become overprotective of their family and territory, especially if not socialized correctly. They are not inclined to become immediate friends with strangers. German Shepherds are highly intelligent and obedient. So what I do is, like, when somebody rings the doorbell, okay, and we're not expecting anyone in particular, he's the first one there. He's waiting to see who it is before he'll even let me open the door. I mean, he's in the way. So I know he's doing his job, and I crack the door because he's going to run out, and he's either going to feel threatened or he's going to love this person because I said it's okay, and they're okay. He's going to want to lick him and hug him, and his tail's like an iron whip. I mean, you get hit in the leg with that, it's just like being, tortured with a whip. So you got to be careful. When the kids were real small, they almost knock them over, poor little things, and they'd be crying, and a little lash on their arms. So we had to train him to be cool about that. But just his love and his energy, the way he is, he's so happy guy. Okay. I'm sure people are concerned about aggression and biting with these guys. We want to know who's watching out there. Does have a German Shepherd? Please let us know. Wolf Driver was going to post some pictures with Judith. She had a Shepherd last night. She posted. You're going to have to help me with that because I'm not sure how to do that while I'm doing all this without messing up. But the Debbie Ivy Singleton, I have a Shepherd. Her name is Sable. She's white and black. She is beautiful and only 3 years old. Bless you. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Sable. Maybe I need to do a female shepherd ditty for you, and we'll do another shepherd show. I have the Sir Edward tonight. He's a male. That's our little ditty tonight. And as a matter of fact, let's go over aggression and biting real quick, and then we're going to play our little ditty and play it several times during the show tonight. Okay? Well-trained and socialized German Shepherds have a reputation for being very safe. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that nearly 4.5 million people in the United States are bitten by dogs each year. Wow. But bully breeds are less often to blame than many other breeds, including Chow Chows and Shepherds. The Australian report from 1999, which is like 17 years ago, provides statistics showing that German Shepherds are the breed third most likely to attack a person in some Australian locales. So that's in Australia. I'm not sure what the U.S. deal is. According to National Geographic Channel, television showed dangerous encounters. The bite of a shepherd, German Shepherd, has the force over 1,060 newtons. That's pounds per foot, compared to that of a Rottweiler, over 1,100 to 1,400 newtons. And a pit bull is 1,050. A Labrador approximately 1,000, or a human of approximately 380. So I can tell you, the dog's got about 3.5 times the force of a bite than if you were to bite somebody as hard as you could. It's interesting. Debbie Ivy Singleton, can you post right now on the comments? Can you post pictures of Sable? We'd love to see her. Okay, we're going to wait and see if that's doable. And right now we're going to take a listen to this ditty of Sir Edward, the full-bred shepherd. Okay, get this thing going here.
Here's Sir Edward, yeah, a full-bred shepherd. He's police trained. You know, he played that game. He did a great job sniffing out the mob. Even pulled a baby out of a fire. But now he's retired. Who? Yeah, that's Sir Edward, a full-bred shepherd. Ha! A shepherd, he's so peppy, gotta stay in shape just to keep up. He's been that way ever since he was a pup. Who's that? That's Sir Edward, full-bred shepherd, police trained. Yeah, he's played that game, but he did a great job sniffing out the mob. Even pulled a little baby out of a fire. Now he's retired. Who's that? Sir Edward, he's a full-bred shepherd. The full-bred shepherd, who's that? It's Sir Edward, yeah. He's retired. That's Sir Edward, a full-bred shepherd.
Yeah. That's a little ditty about Sir Edward, full-bred shepherd. He sniffed out the mob, but now he's retired. He can pull a little baby out of a fire. So they're just really smart little guys. Let me see about this controversy here. There's a controversy with the breed clubs about the soundness in the show strain breed. Now, the show strain breed have been bred with an extremely sloping top-line back that causes poor gait in the hind legs. Working pedigree lines, such as those in common use as service dogs, like you see at the airport and so forth, generally retain the traditional straight back of the breed. Now, those guys aren't going to shows. They're working. I mean, they're working keeping us safe and keeping officers safe, okay? So they're the ones that they're in best shape. The debate was catalyzed when the issue was raised in a documentary, Pedigree Dogs Exposed, which said that critics of the breed describes it as half dog, half frog. Oh, please. Critics. Don't you love critics? An orthopedic vet remarked on footage of dogs in a show ring that they were not normal. Well, so be it for that orthopedic vet. Pathetic orthopedic. You know, you criticize dogs. I mean, come on. They didn't have anything to do with how they were born and bred. I mean, people breed them, but I mean, you know, people have deformities. Things happen. Born with disabilities. You put down the poor guy because he has to be in a show and he doesn't qualify. I mean, that's just my little pet peeve. But, you know, it's all right. It's all good. It's all good. We're just having fun. Okay, so let's... Oh, here we go. So after all that, the Kennel Club's position is that this issue of soundness is not a simple difference of opinion, and it is a fundamental issue of the breed's essentially conformation and movement. So the Kennel Club has decided to retrain judges to penalize dogs suffering these problems. I'm going to retrain them. What's that mean? Or retrain them to be a little easier on them, maybe. I don't know. But the German Shepherds are popular selection used as working dogs. We're talking about using them as a working dog. They're especially well known for their police work, being used for tracking criminals, patrolling troubled areas, and detection and holding of suspects. Additionally, thousands of German Shepherds have been used in the military, usually trained for scout duty. They're used to warn soldiers to the presence of enemies or booby traps or other hazards. And they've also been trained by military groups to parachute from an aircraft. How cool is that? Or as anti-tank weapons. I mean, the guys can parachute. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. They were used in World War II as messenger dogs, rescue dogs, and personal guard dogs. A number of these dogs were taken home by foreign servicemen who were impressed by their intelligence. So after their duty, they got to go with somebody and just enjoy just a great life and love. We have so much love for our dogs. So I'll show you a picture of Sable tomorrow. Okay? You can post that on WooFDriver.com. I believe it's where we need to do that. And then the Wolf Driver will share that and put it all around into the All Dog Network and so forth. Now let me again mention this All Dog Network. This is a new site that is beholding to the shows that we have live. Shows, once again, the WooFDitty show, this one here, where we talk about different breed every night, 7 nights a week, around 7:30 Pacific Standard Time weekdays, and probably do 7 o'clock on Saturdays and Sunday, a little earlier for you, because you have an evening to do. You want to message the picture here on Facebook, the Wolf Driver's saying. Message the picture here on Facebook. Thanks, Debbie. So you can message it here on the show when you get it. What I was saying about the All Dog Network. So after the shows, all these shows, the Wolf News, the Dog Counselor, and Debbie Says She Will, thank you. And we look forward to seeing Debbie's Shepherd, Sable, black and white Shepherd. Can't wait, and I hope she becomes an audience participant in all our shows, and just regardless of breeds, and has fun with us as well. Okay, this is the WooFDriver.com logo back here, and there's one of his huskies there. Beautiful. And we're going to have a special, like I said, a husky show, a special show soon, where we're going to talk about his huskies and all the husky breed as well. Okay. All Dog Network is .com. AllDogNetwork.com. AllDogNetwork. Network. AllDogNetwork.com. And if you miss a show, if for some reason our internet connection dumps us for a minute, and we pause and we have to come back on, and or you can't get back on, or your connection goes down, or whatever the case, because this is just fragile technology, which is going to get stronger by the day, the more that time goes on, just like anything else. that you can re-watch all these. The shows will be posted, so you can go back from the beginning and watch all the shows from all the different the news, Wolf News with Britt Savage out of Nashville, the Dog Counselor with Dean Miller out of Nashville, Carol Anderson with her paw prints, Bucky with the WooFDitty show. They'll all be there for you, and they'll be there a day after the show of the night before during the week, and on the weekends it'll be Monday. They'll get posted. So Saturday and Sunday show, last night, tonight's show. Last night we did a Beagle, Sophie the Beagle. Tonight we're doing Shepherds, and those will be posted tomorrow sometime. So you can just go on there anytime and look at them, and then as time goes on, they're always there for you to review and watch at your leisure. You have to worry about your internet connection as far as live streaming. But the live thing is what's happening because it's fun, and you can interact in real time. Okay. Let's see. Let's talk about a little history. Well, actually, we're going to talk about the health instead. The history is not as important as the health right here, because the health is in real time. It's now. And many common ailments of a German Shepherd are a result of inbreeding practice early in the breed's life. Although this was necessary to preserve other traits for the breed. One such common ailment is hip and elbow dysplasia. Now, we've heard that in several other breeds already in the short time we've been on, that the dachshund, I mean, most all dogs can have this if you're not careful, I guess, which may lead to the dog experience pain in later life and cause arthritis, which is brutal. A study conducted at the University of Zurich in Switzerland found that 45% of the police working dogs were affected by degenerative spinal stenosis. Although the sample study was small, the Orthopedic Foundation for Animals found that 19.1% of German Shepherds are affected by hip dysplasia. Due to the large and open nature of their ears, the German Shepherds are not prone to infections because there's no hair in the outer ear canal to hold debris or moisture. Now that's interesting, because last night we were talking about how important it is to make sure you keep the lower ducts inside the ear clean, so they don't develop infections, yeast infections, or any kind of infection, or mites. And a good thing to have your vet have those ears cleaned every so often. If you notice anything or any redness or any odors or stuff, rather than trying to do it with your own Q-tips and stuff. Probably a better idea, just in my opinion, from my experience. According to the recent survey in the UK, the median lifespan of the German Shepherds is about 10.95 years, so about 11 years, which is normal for a dog their size. Now, my stepmom had Shepherds. We had three. She had, two or three. And both of them lived, one 16 years and one 17 years. So, and they were in the garage a lot in Alabama. They weren't necessarily inside all the time or outside all the time. And just ate regular, good, food, exercise. They weren't overweight. They weren't underweight. Just great little guys. I mean, we loved them so much. And so they can live a lot longer here. There's another ailment that could develop here, and it's called degenerative myelopathy, which is a neurological disease. It occurs with enough regularity, specifically the breed, to suggest the breed is predisposed to it. And what this is, a very inexpensive DNA saliva test is now available to screen this for this myelopathy. The screen for the mutated gene that is seen in dogs with this. Okay, a small study in the United Kingdom showed that 16% of young German Shepherd dogs to be homogeneous for the mutation, with a further 38% being carriers of it. So it can be bred out of breeds with a higher preponderance. The test is only recommended for predisposed breeds, and it can be formed on DNA of any dog with samples collected through swabbing inside the animal's cheek with a sterile cotton swab. And now there's a test available. Prospective German Shepherd buyers can request the test from the breeder and buy from a breeder known to have tested the dogs. Okay. One more thing that doesn't sound great. Additionally, German Shepherds have a higher than normal incidence of what they call a von Willebrand disease, and that's a common inherited bleeding disorder. So it has to do with the pancreas. But only 1% suffers from that disease. Treatment is usually in the form of pancreatic supplements given with food, probiotics or whatever the case. I'm not sure what that pancreatic supplement will be, but that's one of the things I've heard about. So right now, we're going to take a little break and listen to our little ditty about Sir Edward, our full-bred shepherd.
Here's Sir Edward, yeah, a full-bred shepherd. He's police trained. You know, he played that game. He did a great job sniffing out the mob. Even pulled a baby out of a fire. But now he's retired. Who? Yeah, that's Sir Edward, a full-bred shepherd. Ha. A shepherd, he's so peppy, gotta stay in shape just to keep up. He's been that way ever since he was a pup. Who's that? That's Sir Edward, a full-bred shepherd, police trained. Yeah, he's played that game, but he did a great job sniffing out the mob. Even pulled a little baby out of a fire. Now he's retired. Who's that? Sir Edward, he's a full-bred shepherd. The full-bred shepherd, who's that? It's Sir Edward, yeah. He's retired. That's Sir Edward, a full-bred shepherd.
So he worked for the law enforcement there. He sniffed out the mob, put those guys away. He even pulled a little baby out of a fire. And now he's retired. So he did a great job, Sir Edward the Shepherd. And these guys are just great. Just great. So, if you love your shepherd, want to hear from you, okay? We definitely want to hear from you. So tonight, we're going to say this. I'm going to do one thing here before we go about this device called the Bike Springer, which the Wolf Driver turned me on to several years ago, and I've been using it ever since with my Buster. Now, Buster looks like a black shepherd. He's about 70 pounds. Again, I just wore him out playing frisbee, so he's in there just conked out. You know what I mean? I promise I'll get him in here. What I need to do with Buster is I need to have a little something so I can get him up, so he can stay up, because he doesn't like to come up on your knees and stay there. You can't hold him up, you know what I mean? He just doesn't like that. And I don't like to move the camera around, so I'm going to think of some other way to do this, to have him on the show with me, because it's fun to have him on the show, and he'll do a little shenanigans, hopefully. But I've got a picture here of the Springer. Now I'm going to put this up to the camera and see if you can see it, and I'll explain what it is. Let me get it focused in there so you can see it. Everybody see that? That's a Bike Springer. Now, if you look at this part here, right there, that goes around the neck of the bike where the bike seat's connected to the pole. It hooks on around. It comes apart, and you tighten it on. Okay, and it's hanging out the side of the bike, just like you see. It comes out, goes down, and comes up. That top thing over here, that's a spring, and that thing springs and it's loose. Then you see there's a nylon little dangled. What's going on with this blue here? Let me get back here. There's the nylon thing hanging down, a nylon cord with a little hook on the end. So the hook then comes out, and you put a harness on your dog with a little clip on the top, dog harness. You clip it to it, then he's going to ride the side of you, okay? and there's no danger here. It's foolproof. It's safe ergonomically. And now I'm going to switch to a picture where I can show you the guy. Now this picture I have here, the guy is riding his bike.
Have you ever seen people try to ride a bike and hold the dog's leash in their hands? It can lead to very nasty spills. With the Springer, even if your dog tries to run off to greet friends or chase a squirrel, you stay in control. For most dogs, it takes only a few minutes to adjust to running with the Springer. Think of the Springer as the everyday walk reinvented. What makes this product unique is the heavy-duty steel spring, because it absorbs up to 90% of your dog's unexpected tugs. The Springer makes the ride safe and fun for both of you. And the Springer works with most sizes of dogs and most bikes. Like a third hand on your bike, the Springer is easy to use. If you can ride a bike, you can bring your dog. Never enough hours in the day? Now you can walk your dog and get your exercise at the same time. Setting up the Springer arm is simple and takes only seconds. Just install the clamp on your bike. Attach with the cotter pin. You can then release and reattach the arm easily to any bike. The Springer is a great way for you and your dog to enjoy spending time together. After a rest and a water break, it's quick and easy to reattach the Springer to your dog's harness. And the Springer protects your dog from the bike's pedals and wheels, so you can keep both hands safely on the handlebars. What if your dog runs on the wrong side of a post or hydrant? The patented safety release frees your dog instantly. Got more than one dog? Bring them along. Dogs love to run in a pack. And with the Springer, you can attach 2 or 3 dogs on each side. The heavy-duty steel spring can handle the pulls and tugs of multiple dogs while allowing you to keep your balance. You know that dogs love to run. It's in their nature. In fact, veterinarians around the world agree that biking is the perfect way to exercise medium and large dogs. With the Springer, you can get outside and spend quality time with your best buddy. So, if you want to keep your dogs healthy and happy, buy them a new kind of toy. Buy them a Springer. They'll be sure to thank you for it.
Okay, the Springer. Now, what's so cool about that is it works and it's safe. And it looks like kitty cat. I'm going to look that up right now. Well, I just looked it up at Amazon. You can find it. Just go to Google and put the bike Springer for a dog and it'll come up. I saw one was $129. Maybe you can get them for less than that. But it's so worth it. So worth it. And they love it. And you get the best exercise. I mean, and you know, especially, I mean, you can't run all the time, even if you're a marathon runner. I guess you could. But this works a lot easier because you can stop, go, slow, fast, slow as you want to go, stop, go, sprint. I do it every day. I do at least a mile or so. And let me just show you one more thing to go with it. Okay, this is the Walk for a Dog application. And this app was developed in part by the WooFDriver. Brilliant stuff. And I just went out just before the show here with Buster. And we did our deal. Now what that looks like, I'm going to put this up here so you can see it, hopefully get it focused in on here. Okay, you see the logo at the very top there, in the dark green. That's what it looks like in the App Store for iPhone or for a Android device. And when you hit it, it opens up like that and it says start walking. You hit that. If you hit that, you saw the statistics are there, how far you go, how long you went, average miles per hour, so forth and so on. And when you're done, you stop it and it calculates your GPS where you went. Let me just take this around here and show you my history here from today. I'll show you what this looks like here. Okay, here, example, it keeps track of every time you use it. Okay, so the one I did today, I'm going to open that up, and it shows you, oh, that's the one I did just now. Let me do, here's the one I did. I go back and forth around the cul-de-sac. So the blue is GPS in real time of where I went, and where I stopped, where I started, and so forth. So when all this information is compiled, it sends it to a server, okay, up in, I believe in New York. And what it does is it calculates how many miles you go in a quarter, every quarter of the year, and sends this nominal donation to the shelter of your choice, which you plug in the when you set up your setup in here. You can picture your dog, the name of your dog. If you have more than one, you can put more than one in, and so forth, and use as many times as you want. It's a free app. It's free money for the shelters. So they'll get this check from Walk for a Dog, and they'll go, where'd that come from? Wow, that's very cool. And it just helps maintain the health and welfare of all the rescues that are waiting for homes. It gives them a lot, buys them some time, more time, and not that they're going to euthanize anyone around here. California's pretty cool about it. They just, what they do is that they don't get a dog a home as quickly enough. I'm not sure how long it is, but whatever it is, 60, 90 days, 30, whatever it is, they'll move them from shelter to shelter around the whole Southern California area until someone picks them up. So it's just a great program and a great app. Plus, you know how far you went, how long it took you, your average miles per hour, and it shows you where you went, and so forth. Very, very cool. So if you say, gee, I need to walk my dog at least a mile a day, once a day, twice a day, whatever, a half a mile, you can calculate it on there. Oh, I'm done. You know, I do it on the bike springer. It's going to take me, a mile takes you around 10 minutes. At average, a little less than 5 miles an hour average is what mine is. And so forth. And plus, you're getting exercise on your bike. So if you got a hilly neighborhood, that's great. You know, you're going to be a little slower going up, faster going down, and run your little guy or gal how fast you like to do. Okay. Kitty Cat says, I love it. Well, if you're never seen it. Now, some people you'll notice in these videos when you go online and look up the Springer, you'll see them have the one dog will be on, have two dogs. They have one on a Springer, and then they're holding the other one with a leash. Now, if it were me, I'd have 2 Springers because they'll fit under there, one on each side. The WooFDriver has 4, and he uses what they call a sackle cart. So when you go to WooFDriver.com, WooFDriver.com, that's WOOFDRIVER.com, you'll see what he does with them and how he utilizes the Springers for his 4 Huskies when they go out on their events pretty much every day or every night. Amazing. So this is just such a great tool to have, and the dogs absolutely love this exercise. I mean, my Buster, he is just strong as an ox. We keep his joints moving. I doubt if he's ever going to have any arthritis or hip disease or anything, because he's exercised like a person. You know, if you can exercise every day somehow, no matter how little, your body's going to stay in much better shape than as if it doesn't. It's common sense. Common sense. Okay, we're going to sign off here. And then tomorrow night's Monday, okay, and it's fireworks night. And it's possible that I'm not going to get on the air to. That's Buster. That's Buster. Somebody's walking out there somewhere. He smells them. The mama's saying, no, 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 no. He just wants to protect the area. He's a half full shepherd and boxer. But what I was going to say about the beginning of the 4th of July, most people are barbecuing. They're busy. I'm going to still try to get on the air, but it's probably going to be a little later Pacific time. Or I might do it earlier. Matter of fact, let's do it earlier. I think 4 o'clock tomorrow, Pacific time. That's before the fireworks in most cases, And, you can watch it on your device if you're out on the porch or at the pool or at the patio or at a barbecue. If you want to watch it, pull out your phone or your iPad and get some Wi-Fi going on or cellular data, whatever the case, and watch the show. So let's count on scheduling tomorrow afternoon, Pacific Standard Time. We'll do a show at 4 o'clock. And tomorrow it's going to be a bulldog. Now I've got Sharpie the pit bull, a Sharpie pit bull coming up. I need to do research on that guy. A young lady last night wanted me to do a show on a Sharpie pit bull. So I'm going to be doing research on that and writing a ditty for that. I don't have a ditty for that. But I do have a ditty for the bulldog. His name is Bruiser. Bruiser the bulldog tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon. So schedule that out. Wolf Driver will post that show that is going to be at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 7 o'clock Eastern, and somewhere in the middle there, 2 hours in the Central, about 6 o'clock. And the middle here, Colorado, Texas, is an hour, so 5 o'clock. Okay, we're going to check out one more time our little ditty about Shepherd, Sir Edward, the full-bred shepherd. Get him going here.
Here's Sir Edward, yeah, a full-bred shepherd. He's police trained. You know, he played that game. He did a great job sniffing out the mob. Even pulled a baby out of a fire. But now he's retired. Who? Yeah, that's Sir Edward, a full-bred shepherd. Ha! A shepherd, he's so peppy, gotta stay in shape just to keep up. He's been that way ever since he was a pup. Who's that? Ha! That's Sir Edward, a full-bred shepherd, police trained. Yeah, he's played that game, ha. But he did a great job sniffing out the mob. Even pulled a little baby out of a fire. Now he's retired. Who's that? Sir Edward, he's a full-bred shepherd. The full-bred shepherd, who's that? It's Sir Edward, yeah. He's retired. That's Sir Edward, a full-bred shepherd.
Okay, that's Sir Edward, our full-bred shepherd. Here's someone, Marie Vivano. She has a shepherd, and she's a pup, 8 months. Oh, I bet she's just adorable. Just adorable. Again, if you could post a message on here and post a picture of her if you have it, and if it's not, you can do it another time, anytime. Post the pictures, and we're going to put that up on the Wolf Driver site and All Dog Network. All Dog Network is where all this is going to be, alldognetwork.com, where you can watch our shows that in case you missed them live. Okay? So glad you guys tuned in tonight. Tell all your friends about it. And if you have young kids, or kids have kids of friends, tell them, hey, you had a good dinner, whatever, and tune into the show instead of jumping up and getting on your iPad and doing Xbox and watching iCarly, Disney Channel, all that. Take a break from that. That's always going to be there. Ain't going anywhere. But watch our shows about the dogs. It'll give them inspiration, especially if you have dogs in your family. I mean, you're going to learn some stuff. We learn stuff every time we do our shows. Britt Savage in Nashville does the Wolf News. She comes up with stories and finds these stories that are just incredibly funny. I mean, just funny, interesting, unusual. It's amazing. And Dean Miller with his dog counseling show, which is full of training information like Caesar, the dog trainer guy. Good thing about this, there's no commercials, okay, no politics. The dogs don't care. Remember tomorrow, fireworks, protect your little doggy's ears and sensitivity from the pops and noises. Be with them during the festivities if there's going to be loud noises. Don't leave them alone, not a good idea, just like that. So we just recommend that you are very careful about that. They're very sensitive. They can hear like 1,000 times more sensitive than we can. So protect those little guys, your love of your life. They're your best friends. So until tomorrow afternoon around, let's just say around 4 o'clock. Have a good night.
Coming to you live across the worldwide All Dog Network from the Wolf Driver Recording Studio Center in Los Angeles, California. Your host, WooFDitty producer, Bucky Harris.
Y'all have a good evening and a safe 4th of July. Cuddle up to those little puppies tonight. We love y'all. Take care. Fading on down.